build-up to shooting our documentary film, Our Music, Our Environment, in Lesotho has been busy to say the least. In the capital city Maseru, we invited representatives from local corporations and international NGOs for a fundraising event for our upcoming film. Many hours have gone into the production of our climate-related drought song Manyabolo, and we started rallying musicians such as Spetzo and his band for the upcoming event. Preparations are well underway for our village conservation concert in Malealea, which will form the heartbeat of our documentary film. We're as busy as we've ever been, but thankfully a neighbor helped us take our mind off things by teaching us a new game. North of Maseru, in Spetzo, we visited new friends at Pelisanang Children's Center, a home for orphaned and disabled youth from all over Lesotho. We had a great time playing music for the kids, and forming a pop-up band with several of them with instruments sponsored by MyTech, thanks to Pump for Peace. The next morning we ventured out into the mountains, and we hiked up to a gigantic cave. On our way back down the mountain, we saw something none of us ever expected to see in Lesotho: actual wildlife in the form of a baboon. The sights and sounds of Spetzo will never be forgotten, and we can't wait to go back to Pelisanang. On our way back to Maseru, we stopped to dine at a legendary pizza joint called Spetzo, right on the side of the road. It was delicious. Before long, we found ourselves hosting a wine-tasting fundraiser alongside our good friends at Alliance Française de Maseru. The event went very well, and we're excited to bring on even more support from both local and international organizations. The next weekend, we made our way out to Malealea, the location of our upcoming conservation concert and much of the shooting for Our Music, Our Environment. On our way out to the village, we saw many of the dongas that plague this country. Erosion is one of Lesotho's #1 problems, caused primarily by unsustainable grazing and farming practices. These practices lead to the wearing away of the most nutrient-rich layer of soil, which makes subsequent grazing and farming much more difficult. Exacerbated by climate change, harsh droughts followed by heavy rainfall spells doom for subsistence communities reliant on their topsoil. With populations on the rise, demand is increasing, and quick yet unsustainable practices have become a commonality. Back in 2015, conservation music's first full-on production was Ngopela Musi, which means Musi's erosion gully, or Musi's donga. This song and video tell the true story of Fanuel Musi, a man who took erosion into his own hands by reclaiming a severely eroded patch of land. We hope Ntate Musi's story can inspire many others, and if you'd like to watch the video, you can find the link in the description. We enjoyed a fiery performance by the Malealea Band, and the next morning met up with the Sotho Sounds band to coordinate for our upcoming film. Together, we composed a new song about deforestation. After a wonderful weekend in the village, we headed back to the city and met with Salem, a member of the band Mtswanatsatsi who plays with our friend Pitso Ramakula. Salem laid down the keys for our song Manyabolo, and in exchange we provided bass and drum tracks for one of their own projects. Not long after, we had another late-night session at the home of Spetzo, Lesotho's foremost music star and a great proponent of conservation music. Spetzo brought out a few of his band members to add to Manyabolo as well. Before long, it was Lesotho's 51st Independence Day, and we celebrated alongside King Letsie III with a tree planting ceremony in Matsiang, the royal village. All the while, we've been hosting workshops for both artists and volunteers to prepare everyone for the production of Our Music, Our Environment. From song composition to rehearsal to surveys, we've got a lot of people on board, and we are very excited to be shooting already. We're here at our rehearsal space in Botswana, Lesotho, getting ready for the big weekend. We hope you enjoyed this installment of On the Beating Path, and next time, get excited for a behind-the-scenes look at the documentary film Our Music, Our Environment. Thank you.